Chapter 4. Stay motivated and keep going. Learning English is a journey, not a race. Learning English is not always easy. Sometimes you will feel tired, frustrated, or even stuck. It's normal to feel like you're not improving, but remember, every small step is progress. At the beginning of my journey, I often doubted myself. I thought, will I ever be able to speak fluently? Will people understand me? I made so many mistakes, and sometimes I wanted to quit. But I didn't give up. Slowly, day by day, my English improved. If you ever feel discouraged, remind yourself, every time you learn something new, you are moving forward. Be kind to yourself. Mistakes help you grow. One of the most important lessons I learned is to be kind to myself. In the past, I used to get frustrated when I made mistakes. I thought making mistakes meant I was failing, but then I realized that mistakes are not bad. They are proof that you are learning. Imagine a child learning to ride a bicycle. At first, they fall many times. But do they stop? No. They keep trying, and soon they are riding smoothly. Learning English is the same. So, when you make a mistake, don't feel bad. Instead, see it as a chance to improve. The more mistakes you make, the more you learn. Speaking every day will make you confident. At first, I was very shy and nervous about speaking in English. I was afraid of making mistakes, and I didn't want people to laugh at me. But then I realized, if I don't speak, I will never improve. So I started practicing every day. I spoke with my friends, even if it was just for a few minutes. I also practiced alone, talking to myself, repeating words, and reading out loud. At first, it was difficult. I would forget words, and sometimes my sentences didn't make sense. But every time I spoke, it became easier. Speaking daily helped me become more confident. If you feel nervous, take a deep breath, smile, and just start talking. The more you practice, the more comfortable you will feel. Listen to native speakers to improve pronunciation. Another way to get better at speaking is to listen to people who speak English fluently. When I was learning, I would listen to English TV shows and movies. I paid attention to how people spoke and used body language. Podcasts and audiobooks. These helped me get used to the sounds of English. English songs. I listened to music and tried to understand the lyrics. At first, I couldn't understand everything. But the more I listened, the better I became. Now I can follow conversations and understand English without problems. Don't be afraid to ask questions. When I didn't understand something, I asked questions. I would ask my friends, teachers, or even search online. If you don't know a word, look it up in a dictionary. There are many great online dictionaries that explain words in simple English. If you don't know how to say something, try explaining it in a different way. For example, if you don't know the word apple, you can say, "It's a round fruit that is red or green." People will understand. It's okay not to know every word. The important thing is to keep trying. Reading helps you learn faster. When you read in English, you see how words are used and learn new vocabulary naturally. At first, I read children's books because they were simple and easy to understand. Then, I started reading short stories, news articles, and books. Reading helped me learn new words and phrases, understand sentence structure, improve my spelling and grammar. If you find reading difficult, start with easy books and move to harder ones over time. The more you read, the better you will understand English. Writing every day will help you think in English. One of the best ways to practice English is writing. At first, I wrote simple sentences like, "Today I woke up early. I had breakfast and went to work." As I got better, I started writing longer paragraphs. Writing helped me practice using new words, improve my grammar, think in English more naturally. If you want to improve your writing, try keeping a journal. Write a few sentences about your day in English. It doesn't have to be perfect, just write. Use music to learn new words. Music is a fun way to improve your English vocabulary. When I listened to songs in English, I tried to understand the words, look up the lyrics online, sing along to practice pronunciation. Listening to music made learning fun. It also helped me remember words and phrases more easily. Find a practice partner. Speaking with a friend who is also learning English can make a big difference. I found someone to practice with, and we talked in English as much as possible. If you don't have anyone to practice with, talk to yourself. Stand in front of a mirror and practice speaking. It might feel strange at first, but it really helps. Don't give up. Keep going. There were times when I felt like giving up. Some days I felt like I wasn't improving, but I reminded myself, every time I practice, I get better. Learning a language takes time, but it's worth it. When you learn English, you can meet new people, watch movies and understand them, travel and communicate with people from different countries. At the beginning, I never thought I would be able to speak fluently, but over time, I became more confident. Now I can have conversations in English without fear. Mistakes are part of learning. Don't be afraid. Many people are afraid to speak because they don't want to make mistakes. But remember, mistakes help you improve. Nobody speaks perfectly in the beginning. Every time you speak, you learn something new. Don't let fear stop you. The more you speak, the better you will become. Set small goals to stay motivated. One way to stay motivated is to set goals. I set small goals for myself, such as learn 5 new words every day, speak in English for 10 minutes, watch 1 English movie per week. Every time I reached a goal, I felt proud of my progress. You can do the same. Set small goals and celebrate when you achieve them. Final words. Keep learning and keep growing. Learning English is a journey. It takes time, but every step you take brings you closer to fluency. Remember, be patient with yourself. Keep practicing every day. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. One day, you will be able to speak English with confidence, and when that day comes, you will be proud of yourself. So don't stop. Keep going. You can do it. Chapter 5. Stay consistent and keep moving forward. Progress feels slow, but it's happening. Sometimes learning English feels slow. You might feel like you're not making enough progress, but don't worry. This happens to everyone. When I was learning, I had days where I felt stuck. I thought, am I really improving? Will I ever speak fluently? But even when I couldn't see the progress, I kept going, and over time, things got better. The key to learning is to never stop. Even when you feel like you're not improving, you are. Every new word you learn, every sentence you practice, and every mistake you correct brings you closer to fluency. Think of learning English like climbing a mountain. Sometimes you don't see how far you've come, but every step brings you closer to the top. Even small steps matter. Set small goals to stay motivated. One of the best ways to stay on track is to set small, achievable goals. When I first started, I didn't try to learn everything at once. Instead, I set small goals, such as learning 5 new words in a day, practicing speaking for 10 minutes daily, reading 1 short article or page from a book. Each time I reached my goal, I felt proud of myself. It gave me motivation to keep going. You can do the same. Set small goals for yourself and celebrate when you reach them. This will help you stay positive and enjoy the learning process. Make English a part of your daily life. Another thing that helped me was using English in my daily routine. I didn't just study English in class. I made it a part of my life. For example, when walking outside, I would think in English. Instead of thinking in my native language, I would describe things in English. That is a big tree. The sky is so clear today. When shopping, I would try to name the items in English. When making a to-do list, I wrote it in English. By doing this, English became a natural part of my day, not just something I studied. You can also make learning fun by doing things you enjoy in English, like watching your favorite TV shows or movies, reading books or online articles, listening to English music or podcasts. Practice speaking with others. If you want to improve your speaking, find someone to practice with. It doesn't matter if they are also a beginner. The more you speak, the better you will get. When I was learning, I wasn't perfect at speaking. I made mistakes all the time. But I noticed that people didn't mind. They understood that I was learning. Most people will help you if you try. When I made mistakes, I didn't feel bad. Instead, I saw them as lessons. Every mistake helped me improve. Don't wait to be perfect. Just speak. Many learners wait until they feel ready or perfect before speaking. But the truth is, you will never feel 100% ready. So start speaking now. Here's what I did. I talked to myself in English. I practiced in front of a mirror. I spoke with my friends who were also learning. I recorded myself speaking and listened to improve my pronunciation. The more you speak, the more comfortable you will feel. Using flashcards to learn new words. One technique that helped me remember new words was using flashcards. I wrote an English word on one side of a card and its meaning or a picture on the other side. I reviewed these flashcards every day. It was a simple but powerful way to learn. You can make your own flashcards or use apps like Quizlet or Anki to study new words. Improve by listening to English daily. Listening is just as important as speaking. At first, it was hard for me to understand native speakers. They spoke too fast, and I couldn't catch all the words. But I kept listening. Here's how I improved my listening skills. I listened to English songs and tried to understand the lyrics. I watched English podcasts and audiobooks. Even if I didn't understand everything, I got used to the rhythm of English. I watched movies with subtitles. Over time, I understood more words without needing subtitles. If you listen to English every day, your ears will get used to the sounds. One day you'll realize, wow, I understand so much more now. Reading helps you learn faster. Reading is one of the best ways to build your vocabulary and understand grammar naturally. When I started reading, I chose simple books like children's stories. As I got better, I moved on to short articles, blogs, and novels. If you want to improve your reading skills, start with easy texts that match your level. Underline new words and look them up. Try to guess meanings from context instead of always translating. Reading just a little every day will make a big difference. Writing helps you think in English. Writing helped me practice what I learned and improved my confidence. I started by writing simple sentences about my day. Today I had breakfast. Then I went to the park. Then I moved to writing short stories and journal entries. Writing helped me use new words in sentences, improve my grammar, train my brain to think in English. Try keeping a journal where you write a few sentences daily. It doesn't have to be perfect, just write. Don't give up. Keep going. Sometimes you may feel like giving up. Don't. Learning English takes time, but every little step matters. Even if you don't see the progress today, you are improving. Here's how to stay motivated. Remind yourself why you started learning English. Celebrate small wins. Every new word, every conversation is progress. Stay patient. Fluency takes time, but it will happen. Mistakes are normal. Don't be afraid. Many learners are afraid of making mistakes, but remember, mistakes help you learn. Nobody speaks perfectly at first. Every mistake brings you closer to fluency. So, don't wait to be perfect. Start speaking now. Set goals and keep moving forward. To stay on track, set small, realistic goals for yourself. Examples: learn 5 new words a day. Speak in English for 10 minutes daily. Read an article or book chapter in English each week. Small progress adds up. Final words. You're closer than you think. Learning English is a journey, not a race. Some days will be easy and some will be hard, but every day you are improving. Imagine how amazing it will feel when you can speak English with confidence. You can understand movies and songs in English. You can talk to people from around the world. That day is coming. Just keep going. You can do it. Keep practicing, keep learning, and one day you'll look back and realize how far you've come. Chapter 6. Overcoming challenges in learning English. Sometimes, learning English can feel difficult. There will be days when you feel frustrated, unmotivated, or stuck. You might think you are not improving, but don't give up. This feeling is normal, and it happens to everyone who learns a new language. Learning takes time, and if you keep trying, you will get better. The most important thing is to keep practicing. The more you practice, the more you improve. Even if it feels like you are not making big progress, you are. Every small step counts. Think of learning English like planting a tree. At first, you don't see much change. You water it every day and it grows slowly. But one day you will look back and realize how tall and strong your tree has become. Don't be afraid of mistakes. One thing that helped me was to stop fearing mistakes. At first, I was scared of making mistakes. I didn't want people to laugh at me or correct me. But then I realized that mistakes are part of learning. If you never make mistakes, you will never learn. So I started to welcome mistakes instead of fearing them. I saw them as a sign that I was trying. When you make a mistake, don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, learn from it. Think about what went wrong and try to improve next time. Even native English speakers make mistakes. What matters is that you keep trying. Be patient with yourself. Learning English is a long journey. It takes time, and there will be good days and bad days. Some days you will feel confident and excited about your progress. Other days, you might feel unsure and frustrated. That's normal. Don't worry if you don't feel perfect. The goal is not to be perfect, but to keep improving. One thing that helped me was to break my learning into small pieces. Instead of trying to learn everything at once, I focused on one thing at a time. One day, I focused on learning new words. Another day, I worked on speaking practice. Some days, I practiced listening and pronunciation. By taking small steps, I felt less overwhelmed and made steady progress. Make English a part of your daily life. You don't need to study for hours every day to improve your English. Even a little practice each day makes a big difference. For example, listen to English songs while cooking or cleaning. Watch English TV shows or movies to hear how people speak naturally. Read books or articles in English every day. Every time you do something in English, you are improving. If you want to improve your speaking, try to speak in English as much as possible. It doesn't matter if you're alone or with a friend. Practice speaking every day. If you don't know a word, try to explain it in another way. The more you practice, the easier it will get. Read out loud to improve speaking. One easy way to practice speaking is by reading out loud. When you read in English, say the words aloud. This helps your brain get used to the sound of English and improves your pronunciation. Start with short sentences, and as you get more confident, move on to longer ones. Listening practice. Train your ears. Listening is another important skill. The more you listen, the better you will understand. Try to listen to English as much as you can. Podcasts, songs, movies, YouTube videos. Pay attention to how people speak. Try to catch new words and phrases. Even if you don't understand everything, that's okay. Over time, you will understand more and more. If you hear a word you don't know, look it up in a dictionary or ask someone. The more you learn, the more words you will recognize. Reading helps you learn faster. Reading in English is one of the best ways to improve your vocabulary and grammar. Start with simple books or stories. Don't try to read difficult books at first. As you get better, you can move on to more challenging books. Reading helps you learn new words, understand sentence structures, improve grammar and spelling. To make reading more fun, choose topics you enjoy. For example, if you love animals, read articles about animals in English. If you like sports, find sports news in English. When you read about things you enjoy, learning becomes easier. Writing every day helps you think in English. Writing in English helps you practice vocabulary and grammar. Try writing a few sentences every day. You can write about your daily routine. Today I woke up early and had coffee. Your thoughts and feelings. A short story or social media post. The more you write, the better you get. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you don't understand something, ask for help. If you don't know a word, ask a teacher or friend. If you're unsure about pronunciation, ask someone to correct you. If you don't know how to say something, look it up or ask for advice. Everyone needs help sometimes. Asking for help is a great way to learn and improve. Celebrate small victories. Learning English won't happen overnight, but every small victory counts. Celebrate when you learn a new word, have a short conversation in English, understand a movie or book in English. Small steps lead to big progress. Stay motivated. Don't give up. Even when it feels hard, keep going. One day you will look back and realize how much you have learned. You will be able to speak English with confidence and feel proud of yourself. Find a practice partner. Speaking with friends makes learning easier and more fun. I started talking with friends who were also learning English. We practiced together and corrected each other's mistakes. It was fun, and we improved faster. If you don't have someone to practice with, talk to yourself in English. It may sound strange, but it helps. Watch English movies and shows. Watching TV shows and movies in English helped me understand real-life conversations. At first, I used subtitles, but over time, I didn't need them. Try this. Listen carefully to how actors speak. Pay attention to their words and pronunciation. Watch with subtitles first, then without. This will help you connect spoken and written English. Mistakes help you learn. Don't be afraid. When I first started, I was afraid that people would laugh at me, but I realized that most people are kind and will help you. If you don't know a word, describe it in another way. For example, if you don't know the word car, say, "It's a thing with 4 wheels that you drive." People will understand you. Final words, keep going. Learning English is a journey, not a race. Keep practicing. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Set small goals and celebrate progress. You will reach fluency. Just don't stop. Believe in yourself. Keep learning. You can do it.